Okay, hey guys, this is XL Guest here, and today I'll be interviewing XL Bainsy, the coach of the XL eSports roster. How you doing, Bainsy?
Yeah, not bad, man. You?
I'm quite good, thanks for asking.
Actually, to be fair, you said how you doing. I'm so ill. You've got no idea. But yeah, go on, man.
Okay, so I'm asking you 10 questions today about what you've been through before joining XL, what you've been going through while you've been at XL, and your plans for the future.
Sounds good. Sounds good.
So the first question is, what made you stick together as a team going through a console switch?
It was mainly to do with team chemistry. Um, so, like for example, why would you? We were actually quite. Well, I wouldn't say we were massively successful, but we were, as a team, we were very good on the PlayStation side. So we just thought, why not move over to the Xbox side as well, considering we've done so well on PlayStation, and see how we match up. Um, Obviously, going as individuals to the Xbox scene, not really knowing that many people, it made sense that we move as a four.
Yeah, yeah. So obviously, as like more loads of teams actually like break up if they're not doing well. So obviously, you said that you guys weren't as successful as you hoped to be, but I
Yeah,
guess like if you enjoy playing together as well,
exactly,
sticking with
and
that.
that's the main thing that everyone here has. We tend to, if sometimes we don't do well, we tend to just genuinely just sit down and go, right, okay, what went wrong, how can we improve it, let's switch it up a little bit. And then seriously, that's like how we always have been working, and will do in the future as well.
Okay, okay. So obviously, when you came over to Xbox, you were all well. You was all free agents, didn't have an organization, anything. You didn't know
Hmm.
anyone really. So like when XL came looking for a team, were there actually other teams looking to pick you up as well? And if there was, like, why did you go for XL?
We had, I mean, me and Aaron before we made an organization called Team Muse. Essentially, that was exactly the same thing what Joel and Kieran wanted to do. And really, it got to a point where with Team Muse, it was like having the time to upload, to expose ourselves over Twitter, and really like sort of getting to know people in the sort of esports community. And it was just we didn't really have enough time for it. The only we did have a lot of teams, like a lot of organizations, approaching us and saying, "Hey, can do you want to pick up? Do you want to play for us?" Blah blah blah. The reason why we chose Excel is because Joel presented himself so well, not only to me but to the rest of the team as well, and what he was offering us. With in terms of like funding and like full support and sponsorships, it was kind of a no-brainer. And it was a kind of like, hang on a minute, yeah, this guy's like, he's genuinely, sane in terms of his word, and what he's been offering us is kind of something that you can't really say no to, considering all the other organizations just wanted us to play for them. Joel was giving us the full works in terms of like funding and controllers, and also, so it was a sort of a no-brainer. That's why obviously we went with Excel.
Yeah, it's obviously like Joel and Kieran, obviously the great guys, friends of like everyone in the organization, of course, now, but
Exactly,
obviously they're all about
exactly,
the business
exactly.
side of things as well.
Yeah, and
So,
that was the
oh,
that was the main thing. He said to us like, we just do what we needed to do in terms of just playing games and winning tournaments and scrimming, and they do everything on the outside.
yeah. So obviously, when you went down to pro, I knew that you were the only member of the team which actually had LAN experience beforehand. So
Mhm.
from that, how would you judge that the team played as individuals and together?
Well, that was actually the sort of the one question I was asking myself when we first initially joined up, and I knew straight away that these guys would do good at LAN, only because like there's because obviously I've had LAN experience before, and to be good at LAN, there's, well, I would say two main things you need. Obviously, gun skill, and communication, which we all had. And I knew straight away that we'll be good at LAN. I never told the boys that we'll do really good at LAN, because I didn't want them to get essentially a big head, in terms of, oh yeah, Bainsy's gone to LAN and he said this and that. Like, I've always sort of wanted them to go, okay, yeah, we need to prove ourselves at LAN. So they've worked even harder. I knew
Yeah.
they'll do well straight away. That they're all really, really good players. So I knew straight away that they were going to do brilliantly.
Yeah, as obviously I played against you guys when I was playing for Evo. Immediately, they're good players, not to be underestimated. So
Yeah,
you
yeah.
as well, yeah. So obviously, as a team, you guys just missed out on qualifying for COD Champs this year by one game, was it?
It was, we lost by 1 point on the uplink, which then went to third map, and we lost to Search and Destroy.
Oh,
yeah, it was
harsh. I didn't even actually know that.
it was quite annoying. It was a bit of a slap to the face, to be honest.
So, do you think next year, when COD Champs comes around again, the team will actually be able to qualify, and if so, by a bigger margin, or?
Oh, definitely. Honestly, like 100%. I mean, we missed out literally just, and to miss out on COD Champs, like just being so close, and well, I mean, like we're a fairly new team with Shawnee as well. Like just before COD Champs, I think it was like 5 months we've teamed with him, and like the team chemistry now is so much stronger. Even though it was only like a month away, it's so much stronger. But obviously coming out from LAN and doing pretty well. But yeah, no, we definitely, honestly, 100%. I think these guys have got so much potential in the future.
Yeah. So obviously the biggest news with XL recently was you deciding you wanted to go into the coaching role rather than sticking as a player. So what was your thoughts behind that?
I've been competing since COD 4. So that's a freaking long time. I realized the other day it was like 9 years since I've been sort of how long I've been competing, and it was sort of the time where I just thought, you know what, because me and Aaron have always said to ourselves, we really want to go LAN with each other. Now that's obviously happened. We all sort of made this because everyone knew that I was going to step down sooner or later. So I thought this was just the best times coming out of Aim to Pro. We played pretty decent, and then obviously it would be the right time now, because then it gives the boys 2 months to pick up someone and scrim with them and give them enough time to sort of mold around the player that they were going to pick up.
Yeah, fair enough. So obviously, going back to you being the only one liking speed before Ant Pro, I've been told by Joel and Kieran and pretty much everyone that you was a huge factor in getting everyone ready for the games. So as the coach, will you be adding anything to that, or are you just going to keep it the same?
Honestly, I think I would keep it the same. The only difference is, like, from playing and coaching is you still, while you're playing, you still have to focus so much on the game in terms of rotations, who's dead, who's not, calling out everything. So keeping the hype factor, honestly, I think it will be easier simply because I wouldn't have to focus too much on the game, like actual playing in the game. So I wouldn't really change it too much. The best thing about coaching is, or the most important thing about coaching is knowing what the team and how they break. Because the momentum is huge. For example, in hardpoint, if you break perfectly, you can be 20, 30, maybe even 40 seconds up on the first hill, moving on to the next hill. And that break is essential. And making sure, just before the game, if we're going into a hard point, I'll be saying to the guys, like, look, you know what we're doing. We don't change nothing. We go into that game, and whatever we've been screaming, whatever we've been playing for the last 2 to 3 months, no, don't change it. Only just because we're at LAN, it doesn't mean that we change anything. We just go into the game exactly how we play every other game.
Yeah, okay. So you guys placed tied 12 or top 12 at Anti-Pro. Extremely good placement for your first LAN event as a team. So after that, you go into Gfinity. Do you think the guys will be aiming for a higher place, and do you believe that they can achieve it if they are?
Yeah, I mean, you can be 99%, perfect at something, but you can never be well, this is my morals. You can never be 100% perfect at something. You could be 99%, good at something, but that also gives you 1%, that 1% room for improvement. So I would say the next step is defo to get top 8 at Gfinity. Obviously, this is going to be Gfinity is the bigger event. There's going to be more pro teams there. There's going to be better players there. There's going to be, everything. So getting top 12 or top 8 is very good. Not only for the organization, but also for the players as well. Just a momentum boost again. Coming out of LAN at AM to Pro, okay, fair enough. We got top 12. We wanted top 8, but the morale in terms of we can actually play on LAN, it was huge. So I think, defo. I think we're aiming for top 8. That'll be good for top 8.
That'd be excellent for the organization as well.
Exactly.
So obviously you being coach, So, what are your plans for the immediate future and possibly eventually? What do you hope to end up being?
You know what? I haven't actually thought of it, but obviously for the immediate future, it's going to be coaching, making sure the team's all good and they're bringing in the hype factor to the team and making sure everything's all in place. I think the one thing Aaron touched on it very recently was the one thing that I do pretty well is just making sure everyone's just in a genuinely a good mood.
Yeah,
Just keep making sure everyone's got a smile on their face and just keeping the group laughing and not too nervous and even if it is a nervous, it's a good nervous like anxiety sort of thing. But um, for sort of the long term future, I haven't really thought about it. I mean, I like to play a bigger role in Excel, maybe in terms of um, like being the team manager or something, or maybe that one step above where make the bigger decisions in the organization. But I haven't really thought of it actually. I'll definitely want to stay in esports considering I've done it for so long. I bring that sort of experience part to the game as well, but I haven't really thought about the long term. Immediately, obviously, it's coaching for the team right now.
well, that was the last question, but I'm going to throw in another one here about the organization. So,
Okay.
obviously, Excel, it's a new organization run by like two of the best people I've met, Joel and Kieran.
hmm
So, how do you think that how far they can carry this, and how they will actually do with this as their business adventure?
They are extremely professional in terms of how they approach people, how they contact people, how they speak to people. They have that business mind. They know how to talk to certain people in certain situations, which then makes it so much easier. And obviously, because they are the face of the organization, okay, fair enough. We as a team, we represent them, but they're also the face of the organization in terms of speaking to sponsors. And half of the sponsors that we have at the moment, it's all down to those guys. Honestly, if they just keep doing what they're doing, they will go. They're onto huge things. I've said this so many times, whether it be to them, to Joel and Kieran themselves, or even to the team. They're onto big things here. We the Excel organizations. What I mean, it's only really been alive since I would say the big end of November, beginning of December. I mean, that's when
Yeah.
we joined them anyway. But they're onto huge things. I mean, the growth already has been fantastic, and especially coming out of AM to Pro as well. Honestly, it's gonna be huge, and they're onto huge things. Honestly,
Yeah, so I guess that's the end of the interview. So, guys, we'll leave a link to Bainsy's Twitter, my Twitter, in the description. So, I'll go give him a
give me that
follow, me a
straight
follow.
follow.
Yeah. We'll also leave one to the owners, Joel and Kieran, and obviously the actual organization's Twitter as well, and the Twitch channel as well. And obviously, don't forget, subscribe to the channel, help us out. Cheers. See you later, guys.
So, guys.